Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Are we rolling? Now we're rolling live. What are your lights that I could use here? Any lights?
Plug in. You gotta plug it in. You gotta set it up.
All right, if we're rolling here, as you can see, I don't know what the hell's going on. The light is absolutely horrible here. Could you put one light on me here so I can get some light here? I tried to hold it the other way. I tried to hold it like that. Oh, orientation locked. Orientation's locked. What the hell does that mean? Orientation's locked.
Let's go film the living room. It's better light in there.
It's better light in there.
We'll clean out the room. We'll make it a studio. You can film it where you want.
Jared was looking for it. He dropped a ring. He was looking over it in another room. I said, "Where'd you drop it?" He said, "I dropped it in here." I said, "If you're in here, why are you looking over there?" He said, "The light's better over there."
Comedian. All right, comedian. I'll see you later.
"The light's better in the living room." I said, "But I want to do the blog here." "Yeah, but the light's better in the living room." Well, I would normally do it sideways, but it's like this. And Evan, I tried to. Evan bought me this stabilizer. I can't figure out how to use it. Stupid. I'm wasting. I wasted about 48 hours trying to figure out the stabilizer he bought me. So I have to hold the phone like this, like a schmuck. And then when I want to run my social media, here's the deal. Are Apple reps robots? I hate holding the phone like this. I hate to do it like this. What else can I do? Look, I'm all disheveled. Big television star. Go look up David Bronstein. You'll see who I am. Where do I begin? A few weeks ago, way before Christmas, I'd sit in Jared's chair here. See if I sit in the chair how the lighting is. It stinks. Look at it has all these lights here. Can you see it? Can you see these lights? These lights. Lights. It's like Warner Brothers in here. I can't put the light. I got to use the light from the ceiling. I don't know how this works. Plug in a light. I'm not plugging anything. It's not worth it. A few weeks ago, I kept getting notices. Update your phone. Update your phone. Update your phone. That's all I kept getting. Update your phone. Update the phone. Hasn't worked right since. Update the phone. I'm always on my voice memos, deals, recordings. Everything's on the voice memos. I need the voice memos. It's frozen. Doesn't work. You push the button. Everything was working great before I updated the phone. I have to update the phone. Why? Well, because then we could break it. And then you go to the Apple store. Well, we could see you next Tuesday, 2028. We could see you. I finally get to the Apple store. I say, I can't do anything. Just wash my hair. Can't do anything with it. They reset the phone. And the rep there pushes some buttons. I'm the least technical guy you're ever going to be. I'm a television guy. I produce television shows, infomercials, reality shows, original content for digital sites like Hulu, Netflix, bullshit like that. Go look up David Bronstein, Bronstein. Go look up to see who I am. Even I have to look up to see who I am every once in a while. But a technical guy, that's not me. But I partner with overachievers, power sellers, entrepreneurs to run my social media, my digital business. Companies, DBTV Digital Studios. The studios I run, you run the digital stuff. You are always hiring. When you get in touch with me, davestvworld.look.com. It's only about cash and lifestyle. That's all we do is cash and lifestyle. It's so stupid. I had everything on my phone, all these folders. I went to Apple once. I always have them on the iCloud. And I'm writing stuff. And the Apple rep says, this is last year or whatever, what do you put everything on iCloud for? You're writing notes. Create a folder. Because you're going to the iCloud, you keep writing, create a folder, then you put everything in your folder. So the rep taught me how to create a folder. Fantastic. So I started creating folders. And in the folder, then I put notes and I write things. I go back to the folder. I don't know what I write. I write something at the moment that I do. When I do these blogs, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I say it at the moment. I forget about it. Everybody knows that. In fact, all my fans every day get recognized from television. I'm very flattered. I said, how do you recognize me? I was at Bagel World last week with Andrea. And a customer comes over and says, hello. I said, hello. He said, I want to tell you I grew up with you. You're a part of my childhood. I said, it's very, very kind. I'm very flattered. It's very nice. So happy to meet me there with his kids, his daughters. He was about 150 years old, and he remembers me when I was doing silent pictures. But I get recognized every day. I said, how do you recognize me? I look like a bum. My hair's all disheveled. Ask Hildy, she'll tell you. She tells Andrea, David's so unkempt. He's unkempt and needs better hygiene. What the hell does that mean? Andrea's friend, Hildy. I'm unkempt, I need better hygiene. I'm unkempt. Well, I agree about the better hygiene, but unkempt? better eye. What does that mean? I'm like the Three Stooges. They take a bath every Saturday. Most of the curly, did you take a bath? He said, why? Is there one missing? So the guy at the Apple Store teaches me how to create folders. So I create folders. I put different stuff in folders. Fantastic. Then I go to the Apple Store last week. A few days ago. And the rep pushes some buttons. I'm going to move everything from the folders to iCloud. I said, okay, whatever you want to do. Can't find anything now. Can't find anything. Nothing's in it. I would show you. I have 150,000 folders empty. They're all empty now. All the folders are empty. Now they're in iCloud all mixed up. All random mixed up. Can't find anything now. Everything mixed up. They did an excellent job. So I called Apple today because they have Apple support. I said, look, I wanted to make another appointment to go see Apple. They're available in the year 2929. They're available. I said, my grandkids will take it in. My great grandkids will take it in. So I call Apple today at 5:30. Now, whenever I call Apple support, it always starts with the first rep who never knows what the hell's going on. It seems like they just took somebody from Starbucks or McDonald's, and they said, you want a job? Come on in. Take the calls. Because always the first rep when you call the Apple support, they don't know what the hell's going on. You're on the phone with them for about 3 weeks, and then they finally give you to somebody else who's a higher technician who actually knows something. But the first reps, they just took them right off. They were working at the Tops Food Market or somewhere. They said, well, come on in, what a job. So I'm talking to a rep. I'm trying to explain to her like I explained to you. I had all notes. Dog wants to come in my lap now. I had all notes in my folders. They're not there. They're in iCloud. I need you to push some buttons, move them back to the folders. The girl couldn't even figure out how to push an email. What's your email? I said, davestvworld@outlook.com. I'm going to send you an email. I'm going to do Apple support, Apple share. Somehow they get into your phone. She couldn't figure out how to get into the phone. Got so much gas I could drive to Pittsburgh. I'm on the phone for over a half hour because I see the time and my phone is clicking over a half hour. She can't figure it out. I said, why do you... And I don't want to insult them. I told him, are you on Wi-Fi? I said, no, I'm not on Wi-Fi because I was at Andrea's house, Andrea's apartment. She lives with the in-law. Oh, here comes the dog. I said, I'm not on Wi-Fi. Wait, got to be on Wi-Fi. I said, well, she can't figure out how to go on Wi-Fi. Dog drops the bone here. Yeah, okay, here. I said, call me at 7 o'clock. Because now there it goes again. Now it's 6 o'clock. He said, okay, well, we're going to call you between 7 and 7:45. I said, okay, call me between 7 and 7:45. Great. 6:30, I got a call from Apple. Hello, we're Apple. You want to take the call? Another rep I speak to. Tell them the whole bullshit story. I said, you see the notes on there? What's your name? What's your address? What's your phone number? What day were you born? What day was your mother born? Did your son born? How many dogs do you have? I said, aren't the notes there? Why do I got to keep repeating myself? Why do I have to keep repeating? Well, I'm talking to Apple. That's why I got to keep repeating myself. Talking to Apple. Huh. There goes the phone again. Dog says, are you on Wi-Fi? I said, no, I'm not. Oh, we can't do it until you're on Wi-Fi. I said, I'm not on Wi-Fi. The call was supposed to come in between 7 and 7:45. I said, I'd be on Wi-Fi. Okay, well, schedule the call between 7 and 7:30. I said, okay. 6:50 p.m. I got a call from Apple. Are you on Wi-Fi? I said, I'm on Wi-Fi. They can't even get the times right. Can't even get the time. Who's running? You know, I read a couple days ago, Apple stock went down. Now I know why it went down. Can't get it. Riley, get off my lap, please. Can't get the times right. That's why the stock went down. Can't get the times right. Can't get them right. Nobody can figure out how to get into the Apple. That's what they have working there. You see how aggravated I am already. I'm doing this blog because I'm trying to make a joke about it. I'm trying to find humor in the situation, which is just so dumb and stupid. It's a waste of my time. So I create content because creating content is money. Create content. This video goes viral. You buy my cups, mugs, T-shirts. Click on ads, Patreon, Fiverr, all that bullshit. That's the whole purpose of these blogs. I don't have to write. It's all real. It's all true. It's all about making money and making me the next 100 million influencer. It's the whole purpose of this. It's so stupid. It's just so dumb. As you can see, I'm still working. It's 8 o'clock now. I don't know what the hell time it is. God forbid Jared should have a clock in his room. I bought him a very expensive watch once. We were in the Bahamas, Atlantis. Where's that watch? Probably pawned it. So, the other rep, I said, I'm on Wi-Fi. What does the rep say? I can't figure this out. I'm going to have to bring a senior technician. It's the fourth rep I've spoken to since the call started at 5:30. It's now an hour and a half. Four reps talking to. Four Apple reps can't figure it out. Can't figure it out. That I had my notes in my folders. They move them to the iCloud. I said just push some buttons, move them back to the folders. Now I'm talking to an Apple rep. He figured out how to get. Nobody else. Three reps couldn't figure out how to get into my phone. This technician guy that I said at the first call, it's going to go to the higher technician because nobody in the first calls can ever figure out anything. It always has to go to the higher technician. They figure out everything. And of course, it went to the higher technician. He went into my phone. He said, I see all the folders. All the folders say 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Because the Apple rep at the store pushed some button and moved them all to the iCloud. I said, I'd like you to push a button and move all these random notes in the iCloud back into the folders. He said, can't do that. He said, you're going to have to go to the iCloud and manually, physically move each note from the iCloud to the folder. I said, what year are we in? Is this 1912? I said, what? I heard the new iPhone's coming out. What is the new iPhone? 2 cans and a string? Is that what the new iPhone is? I said, would you get Alexander Graham Bell on the phone for me, please? I said, his name is Dan. Dan, the high-tech guy at Apple. I said, Dan, does that make any sense to you? I said, I had a business partner once. And our first business together, this was our first day, was our first transaction. I know the lighting is terrible. It says the first transaction. We're not going to remember it. So I'm going to create a folder. That's what he said to me. I'm going to create a folder. And we're going to put this piece of paper, this transaction, in the folder. Because as the years go on, months, years, we want to refer back to it. We're not going to remember. Our minds are not a hard drive. So we're going to look into the folder. We're going to open the file cabinet. And we're going to take out the folder, and we're going to see all the transactions we had in there, and then we have to refer to it. I said, so Dan, as you can see, here's a folder I created on June 4th, 2018, Dave's Pitches. You see, it says 0, because right now it's out of the folder into the iCloud. I don't know what I wrote at the time that I wrote Dave's Pitches in June 4th, 2018. That's why I have a folder. So I go to the folder, Dave's Pitches, and then I look at all the pictures that I wrote on June 4th, 2018. I said, but right now they're in the iCloud, and they're randomly in the iCloud. Because you see, when I go to the iCloud, I put search, and I write Dave's Pitches. He said, well, that's not going to come up, because the only thing that's going to come up is what the content is in that folder. I said, I don't know what the content is. That's why I created the folder. He said, well, you're going to have to go through iCloud and randomly, and I said, there's 2,000 messages, notes in the iCloud. David Bronstein has over 2,000 notes that he had in folders that he created back in 1964 when I got the phone. Do you think I remember what I wrote back from 1952? Do you think what I remember? That's what I said to him. That's why I have folders. You're going to have to go back to every one of those and figure out what folder you got to manually move it in. I said, Dan, would you get Steve Jobs on the phone for me, please? I said, if he's not available, get me Tim Cook. Now, I read in the paper that stock's going down, down, to going down, coming up with new deals. I would say, listen, well, they want to try to get rid of the carriers, the wireless carriers, because that's where you get your phones. I got my phone from Rogers, wireless carrier. They said, now Apple wants you to come to the Apple store. We'll give you a better deal. Turn in your phone here. We'll give you a better. They want to try to make money. They're losing money, Apple. I know why. Because they can't figure out how to move the notes from the iCloud back to their folders. That's why they're losing money. They don't want to tell you that, but I'm telling you that now. Terrible lighting here, isn't it? I don't know what the hell the lighting is here. I put on this light here, but I'm not plugging that up. Bullshit light. And I'm sorry the phone's up and down like this. What could I do? I tried to do it sideways. I'm trying to do a YouTube live blog. Can't figure it out. I said, Dan, this doesn't make any sense. And then they repeat themselves like a robot. That's the whole purpose of this blog. I said, there has to be another way with the technology that you have now. Nothing is impossible, I said. Everything has a solution. There has to be a way to get those notes out of the iCloud back in those folders. And what does he say? No, Dave? You're going to have to manually just repeat them like a robot. Like the mannequins in the Twilight Zone, that episode, they're mannequins. Dave, you're going to have to manually move the notes from iCloud back to the folders. They repeat robots. They don't know what to say. I said, Dan, what would you do if you were in my position right now? He said, I would go into the iCloud and manually move the notes back to the phone. I said, Dan, I understand the logistics. But as a customer, what would you do? What would you? I'm John Quinones. What would you do? I said, what would you do? Because I'm throwing it onto him. That's what the guy said. The guy from Pawn Stars. He always, look at this dog doing stuff here. He always, I want to show what the dog's, I don't know if I can turn this around. Can you see this here? Look what the dog's doing. What are you doing there? I know the lighting's horrible here, but I want to show you this. I would put on the light. Is there a light? Does the light come on? What is that? That's not the light. How do I put the light? I don't know how to put that on. Oh, that is that. What is it? Light goes on? No. Enable flash? Oh, okay. All right. Now we're going to try to do the blog. Can you, maybe it works better like this. Can you see me okay now? I don't know what the hell's going on. Who knows? Does the dog look all right? Now it's all, why is it all so light like that? All right, so I'll do it like this. I don't know how the lighting is. It's probably horrible, but. What? I'll put the light in his eye. Why is it like this now? Now what am I doing? Okay. I'm going to, okay, let's make it like that, like that, like that, like that. What am I doing now? I'm trying to make a better picture. Okay, so don't look at the lens. Like that. Ah! Oh, it's too bright. Oh, what the hell I do now? Okay, well, then come down. What do you want from me? What is that? Normal. You think this is normal? What? So take the bone. Here. Here. Best of luck to you. I said, Dan, what would you do in a situation like this? You're the customer. What do you want? So come on my lap. Come on, let's go. I'm not chasing you now. He wants me to chase him. I'm not chasing you now. Come on, let's go. Come on. Go on my lap. Let's go. I'm right here. Come on my lap. Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm very happy for you. But now he wants the bone. Here's the bone. Now I have to hold the bone. See, he wants me to hold the bone while he eats it. See? And then he's going to drop it 25 times. I said, Dan, what would you do? You're the customer. You go to the Apple store. They screw up the whole phone and move all 2,000 notes to iCloud. And they tell you, there's nothing you could do. You're going to have to randomly go through 2,000 notes and move them back to the folders. What would you do? What do they say, Dave? Nothing you could do. You're going to have to go. Repeat themselves. You're going to have to go to 2,000 notes in iCloud and move them back to the folders. Just repeat themselves. I said, I understand. Let me speak to somebody in customer service. Dave, there's nobody in customer service. I'm the highest up. I said, Dan, let me speak to somebody. There's nobody in customer service. I'm the highest up. You're going to just repeat yourself. There's nobody in customer service. I'm the highest up. And then he started, like a robot, got the transistors in his speech pathology, whatever, broke. There's nobody. That's what happened. Robots. Just repeating the same thing. I said, there has to be somebody. Give me Dan Cook on the phone. There has to be somebody. Dan Cook. That's why I didn't bring him on the phone. There's no Dan Cook that works there. I said, give me Tim Cook. He said, who's Tim Cook? I have a friend. I was talking about Amazon. I was talking about Jeff Bezos worth $1 billion, $1 trillion. And she said, who's Jeff Bezos? I said, do you work for Apple? They just keep repeating themselves. I said, Tim. I wish I was talking to Tim Cook. I said, there has to be somebody in customer. What compensation? Sorry, we don't give any compensation. No compensation. You're going to have to randomly go through 2,000 notes and move them back to the folders. Just keep repeating. I said, Dan was very good toy. Okay, did I handle everything? Did I take care of everything? All your needs? I said, you're fantastic. When you say it 125 times, just repeating the same thing. There's nothing I could do. 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 That's what you get. What are you going to do? You know, you have to take control of the situation. You know, what am I going to do? Light went off here already. How do I put the light back on? I don't know how to do that either. All right. Light went off. All right, good. Nothing you can do. They already told me. Nothing you can do. 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 I got a dog here. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to manually. I heard he said. He only told me 500,000 times. I'm going to have to manually move the notes from the iCloud to whatever the folders. That could custom. This is fantastic. No wonder the stock's going down. What would you do? I'm John Quinones. What would you do? What am I going to do? I'm going to go to the casino tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. That's all I could do. I throw the iPhone out the window and sell all my stock. I'm a majority holder in Apple stock and cancel it all. I'm going to call Dr. Frankenstein to bring back Steve Jobs. I'm going to call Igor and Dr. Frankenstein to go with the Steve Jobs into the cemetery and bring them back. That's what you got to do. It's so stupid. Look at the technology they have. They can't figure it out. They figured out how to take all my folders of information in my notes. They figured that part out and move it to iCloud. They can put man on the moon. They can't figure out how to reverse it and take all my notes and put it back in the folders. Can't figure it out. Oh, they could put man on the moon. That part they could figure out. They sent a whole spaceship up to Pluto. They found new planets in Mars, and the black hole, and the Milky Way. They found all that out. But to take David Bronstein's notes from iCloud, put them back in the folders to reverse the whole... Can't figure that part out. Go to... It's so dumb. Do you believe what I'm talking about? Go to Dave's TV World at Outlook.com. You want to help me out here, please? Let's make our billions together. I got to get something out of this deal. I'm David Bronstein. My company produces television infomercials, reality shows. We produce original content for streaming networks. We're shooting for the next billion-dollar TV deal. We do business with Shark Tank type inventors. ShamWow, Slapchop, Snuggie Blanket, Proactive, all did $1 billion. That's the business we're in. We'd like to make $1 billion with you. We're in the $1 billion. We want to buy out Apple. That's what we want to do. We're looking for the next 100 million influencer like Michelle Phan and Bethany Motor. PewDiePie, next gamer, $100 million gamer. We're looking for the next $1 billion tech startup. We'll bankroll any deal. Like first we got to get rid of these Apple phones. That's what we got to do. And the Apple horrible service I just have with Apple can't figure it out. Or they can figure out how to take my money. They can figure that part out. They can figure out how to sell me a computer. You know that. Can't figure out how to put after taking my notes and putting them in the iCloud, that part, and move them back, can't figure that out. Can't do it. What did Steve Jobs used to say? They said, we can't be done. He'd say, do it. Can't be done. He'd just keep firing everybody until somebody, okay, I'll do it. You know that's the way it is. He said, I want you to create the iPhone. Can't do it. Okay, you're fired. I want you to create the iPhone. Can't do it. Okay, you're fired. I want you to create the iPhone. Okay, I'll do it. And then they do it. You know nothing's impossible. And everything only became impossible after Steve Jobs dropped dead. After that, everything became impossible. Go to Dave's TV World at Outlook.com. I love that guy, and I'm sorry that he's not around anymore. Because if he was around, he would put my notes back onto the... And we get Mr. Samsung on the phone or Mr. Google, one of these Google, get Mr. Samsung and Mr. Google on the phone to figure out how to do this. I mean, they can figure it out. Dave's TV World, Outlook.com. That's my email. I want you to message me. Power sellers, influencers, brand ambassadors, entrepreneurs, and moneymakers. We'll bankroll anything you're doing on television. We're TV guys. That's what we do. Not tech guys. You're the tech guy. Make money online. We'll put it on television. Let's make our billions together. And I'm serious. Dave's TV World, Outlook.com. Right now, I got to find a bridge to jump off. Dave's TV World. I'm not doing that. I'm going to the casino tomorrow. Dave's TV World, Outlook.com. Let's make our billions of dollars together. Because here I am in the Bronstein, the JB Studios. Can't figure out how to work anything here. We have a whole music section. We have lights. We have cameras, microphones. See what we have here? Lights. Fantastic. We got a whole studio here. Just can't figure out how to do anything. Dave's TV World, Outlook.com. Goodbye. I don't know how to turn this off. Yes, end it.